Welcome after a long WrestleMania week. Welcome to Bros at Ringside. We're giving you the WrestleMania review and leading up to WrestleMania. So, yay! WrestleMania is over. Yay!
Thank
And
God.
as Walk with Ezekiel gives a slow clap. Um,
It feels like December 26th. Like it's still Christmas, but it isn't.
after Christmas, basically.
Yeah. Like when you got to
Uh,
get all your gifts upstairs. It's not the same.
All right. So I mean, who we have I think we should all just go by our names. I'm Do Rag Vince, obviously. You know, Do Rag Vince. I had to bring Do Rag Vince back for like WrestleMania weekend and
Is
what he
that
did.
is that a
And what
do-rag or is that a tourniquet from taking the worst stunner in the history of mankind?
Oh my
That
God.
was such a terrible thing.
both. Oh my god. Anyway,
And then all Austin did was just die laugh at that.
well he did. What else can you do? But
It
let's
was
start.
almost poetic though, because his first stunner that he ever took was horrendous, and so was his last.
Yeah.
It bookended it nicely.
Yeah. So let's start with Monday Night Raw leading up to WrestleMania. Um okay, I'm gonna go with Happy Birthday Charlotte Flair. Yeah.
August 5th, 1986, one of the best things to ever happen in the world. Happy birthday, Charlotte Flair.
I'll drink
What's
to
up,
that.
Jerome? What's up? What's up, Peanut? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Bros at Ringside, guys.
I'm gonna
Uh
be I'm gonna be
yeah.
completely honest. I don't remember anything that happened to Raw or SmackDown leading up to WrestleMania because it was not that memorable. This was probably one of the worst build-ups to a WrestleMania I've ever seen in my entire life. Ever. It was bad. And also another thing as well too, on these Raw and SmackDowns, you're gonna have two of the most prestigious titles be defended instead of a WrestleMania, the United States Championship and the Intercontinental Championship. You have that next to an Andre the Giant Battle Royal. That just tells you what you think about the mid card championships. It's shit. It is shit now. It is bad. Honestly, I don't know how you can put the prestige back to these championships.
Have
I
Johnny Knoxville defend.
You need
I
to
would
stop.
have been fine with Sammy keeping the title to WrestleMania. I actually would have been fine with Johnny Knoxville taking the title and then for at least 1 week.
I think they've gotten so into the idea of appealing to the masses. Now, this has always been the WWE's case. From WrestleMania 1 onward, it's always been, whether it's Mr. T and Liberace, Cyndi Lauper, all the way up until Logan Paul and Johnny Knoxville. But when you have two nights, okay, one night, 4 hours, I'll give it to you. Maybe you can't squeeze everybody in there. But when you got two nights, you're telling me Ricochet can't open up a show? You're telling me Finn Balor, who I still think is being punished for shooting his mouth off saying he wanted to be released. I think they gave him the belt and then they're going to punish him by never letting him show it off.
I agree.
So
agree.
I don't know, but I think it was an embarrassment. I'm 100% behind you, and I can't wait to spit some blood about this later on.
Yeah.
Also, and here's another thing I want to piggyback on you real quick. Do you think the reason why they didn't want those titles defended was because both of those champions can probably do better than Roman and Brock?
Wow.
You have Ricochet and you have Finn Balor, two people who can work. You could have put a ladder match with Ricochet, or you could put a ladder match with. You could have done Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. That's a storyline right there. That's
They dropped that whole thing.
He dropped
those
it.
two.
Well,
those
we
two-
know why now, though.
Those two can work. But for Ricochet, you could have had a ladder match with Angel Garza, Humberto Carrillo. You could have had Sheamus. You don't need that New Day versus Sheamus and Rich Holland match. That was a throwaway.
Yeah.
Nah.
You could have had those four in the ladder match. So it could have been a 7-person ladder match, and they probably would have worked.
What was the point of that squash? I know we're going to go through it match by match, and I don't want to jump ahead, but you brought it up, so I'm begging the question. What was the point of the squash? Just so the New Day could come out, do the Big E moves, wear the Big E outfit, throw a little love to Big E, and then
Tribute
that
to
was
Big
it.
E. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, if they think they're getting this like turn of the century Irish gimmick over, they're not. Nobody's buying it. Okay, them and their little pork pie hats and everything. I'm sorry, it's a fail. It's a fail. You might as well get the Bushwhackers back and Duke the Dumpster Josie. It's none of it. None of it makes sense to me right now. And,
Peanut said,
go ahead.
Peanut said something in the chat. He said, except the time Gronk was on, because the brother-in-law brought the pay-per-view after watching it, killed wrestling for me. Damn.
Don't ever let Gronkowski have that much power. He cannot take wrestling away from you.
Damn.
I appreciate that, though. I get it, because honestly, when I saw Johnny Knoxville that high in the card, I didn't want to watch it. They pleasantly surprised me, which we'll get into later. I'm talking too much.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead, Clinton. I mean, Charlotte Bear, you
No, it's just the one thing.
By the way, I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying. I'm just
No,
sitting there
the
like,
thing is that you want to be so the Raw and SmackDowns before WrestleMania, you want to be excited about it.
yep.
I was not excited. I mean, Madcap winning the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. Okay, sure, why not? Also, I don't remember any of the other matches. I don't remember anything that happened, and that's sad. Because even with I think I'm going to go back a few years ago to WrestleMania, the WrestleMania where the women main evented. The Raw before that, didn't they have that whole like getting arrested?
You mean Charlotte Flair and
Ronda,
Ronda? That whole setup was beautiful because like they never did that where the women are getting arrested in the manner of how they did. Like I was like, what the fuck? Like, and then Ronda breaking the fucking police car back window, and then she like out there talking her shit, and then Charlotte just fucking kicked her right in the face. Bam. By the way, same finish she got. Anyway,
the thing is that it sucks. But we'll talk about the women at WrestleMania because one of the women's match highly delivered, the other one did not deliver at all. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the thing though. They did that whole build up. They did that whole build up for that match, and literally every week they were just trying to submit each other, put someone in a submission move. They should have built this entire match as a submission match, and that would have been it. That would have made much more sense, and it would have been a lot more enjoyable to watch instead of getting that weird big boot at the end and then 1, 2, 3 for the pin. Like that made no sense to me at all.
That boot is called the "We're Overtime" boot. I mean, we're overtime boot.
Oh, so it's the roundhouse boot then. AKA overtime.
Fuck you, but so I mean, Raw was not memorable. The only thing that was memorable was I was about to say Ricochet, but that was defended on SmackDown.
That was a SmackDown match. Sure.
Yeah,
Finn didn't do anything on Raw that day neither.
I think he was in a tag match.
Yeah. It was him, Randy Orton, and
no. He was
with Riddle.
Was he? No, he was in the match against Austin Theory.
Yeah, but it was a triple threat match. It was not triple threat, a 6-man tag. Him, Ricochet.
The 6-man tag was the Raw after Mania.
Yeah, I guess so.
That was yesterday.
It just meshes together at this point now. I don't know because the way they're moving around Finn Balor and Ricochet, I'm just like, there's no reason that those two titles couldn't be defended at WrestleMania, and the fact that Ricochet and Finn Balor have proven themselves more than enough that they can go and hang with the best of them, and in some points, I almost feel that some people can't even hang with Ricochet because we've seen him on an independent and how this man can go and keep going. Finn as well. They're not giving them the respect that they deserve.
Do you want to know a fun fact?
Go ahead.
When was the last time the Intercontinental Championship was defended on a pay-per-view?
2015.
Nope. Last WrestleMania 37. A year ago, almost to the date. That was the last time the Intercontinental Championship was defended. And it was Biggie versus Apollo in the
Apollo Crew, that's right.
Nigerian drunk fight. That just tells you what they think about
that was BS too.
But now I've just realized both Ricochet and Finn Balor requested their release either actively or passively through social media.
They did.
So do you think they gave them the title and then no chance to show it off, basically rendering them meaningless? Do you think this is some kind of backhanded punishment by the bookers?
A trap. It's a trap, right? Because it's a trap because you think those titles actually mean something, right? But those titles haven't mean anything for a past year.
I disagree with that. I think the Intercontinental Championship will always be the wrestler's title.
Before they changed the way it looked, it actually meant something. When they changed the way it looked, it hasn't meant anything. And
I just think it makes anybody who carries it look stupid if they go on social media saying, release me. And everybody on social will just blow them up saying, but you're the champion. You're right. Carrying gold right now. So because why are you bitching and moaning?
But it used to mean something. Now it doesn't because Vince never gave a shit about it. Even when Talkers Gerald talked about it, Vince was like, he doesn't give a shit about it. He doesn't. And that's the problem. Like when you had those times where you had the United States and the Intercontinental Channel actually mean something, now they don't because Cena held it. Dean Ambrose, the Miz,
Miz else? Brought honor to it. As much as I don't love the character,
including Kevin Owens, somebody that's still there. The Miz,
I've got a real problem with this.
The Miz, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, like those people are still there. Like, and I mean, not for nothing. Like, why can't Kevin Owens have another title shot?
Do you know who would bring awesome legitimacy to it is Cody, but obviously that's not the way we're going. Clearly, the man won't stop until the son of a plumber gets honored by his son wearing the belt.
Yep.
You think he's gonna go for the unification titles?
He's gonna go. It's SummerSlam.
He said it. He said, "I'm here for one thing."
It's the SummerSlam match: Cody versus Roman. That's going to be the SummerSlam.
Roman ain't leaving. They ain't going to be giving up to Cody. Not that early.
Oh no, they're not. Cody's not going to win, but that's going to be the SummerSlam. That's going to be the match because you have. I know we're jumping way back and forth and stuff like that. You have to appeal to Cody fans as well too. How are you going to get the Cody fans out? How are you going to get?
They won't be there by then. They won't be there, but I'm sorry. I'm being a pain in the ass tonight. But honestly, what happened in AEW? The man founded the company with a bunch of other wrestlers to bring wrestling back and put sports entertainment on the back burner. He did all this, and then he came back to sports entertainment. They're going to turn on him in a heartbeat. He had his moment. He had his WrestleMania moment. It's never going to get better than that for him. I'm sorry. Unless he single-handedly takes down the world, there's already the meme that he cured racism and cured cancer. Okay, Cody Rhodes has done everything. Jesus. Okay, but it's never going to get any better than this for Cody Rhodes. And I'm glad he had his moment. I'm happy for him and his family, even his bitch wife. But honestly, so did I say it? Yeah, I did. But I got a real problem with the way he's putting himself out there now and the way they're going to package him. It's going to burn out in a heartbeat. And with that, I drink.
So tell us how you really feel, Brad.
No, I'm sorry. I'm coming out there firing because I feel a little betrayed by Cody, but this is probably a discussion for later in the show. Al, you got a outline and a half?
I got it, bro. So all right. So Raw's not memorable. Let's go with SmackDown.
SmackDown wasn't memorable either. It just pissed people off. True. Why did Madcap win the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial?
Yeah.
Why did they leave Finn to be almost at the end and make you think he would have won it?
Can I play ignorant for a minute? Who was Madcap Moss before he was Madcap Moss? What was his name?
He was on wasn't he on 205 Live?
Riddick Moss.
He was Riddick Moss. Okay. Yeah. I never made the connection between the two characters because I didn't follow 205 that much and I didn't follow NXT all that closely. So my fault. But thanks for the clarity.
No worries. I knew him from 205 Live, and he wasn't memorable then, and definitely ain't now. But they see something in him to keep his ass. I mean, they kept him but got rid of Bray Wyatt. Anyway, I'm gonna get on that. Yeah. So the Andre Memorial was there, and that was I don't know, just
They threw Tommaso Ciampa in there. I thought if anything, I would have given it to him. You know what I'm saying? That would have made for a good transition to
Oh yeah.
the main roster.
But
yeah.
isn't Champa following Edge? Isn't that the plan now?
No.
Apparently that's the rumor. He's going to be in Edge's group. There's
As
two,
it,
there's
as it,
two more people.
and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that one now.
Yeah.
Because they do need a faction. There's no real factions in WWE.
Can they be the new Brood? I really hope they
I
do
would
it.
love that.
I would love it.
I think that would be a much better way. Right now, it's got real like weird Malachi Black vibes. House of Black vibes.
I think what's his face said something about that.
Yeah, he did. Brody King.
Brody King. I think he was saying that WWE just ordered the House of Black or something like that.
On wish.com, yeah.
I mean, they need a faction like the what is it? Roman Reigns is like it's just Roman Reigns and the Usos. That's more family than faction, right? But like a straight up faction, there hasn't been one in WWE for a minute. But yeah, I like the fact that Edge is doing this thing. Apparently, Ricochet defended his title on SmackDown. That was actually a good match. It was really good. Like I was like, it's not like I'm too surprised about Ricochet defending or actually showing out, but the man can fucking go, and it's just giving him his title, right? Just so he won't leave. Just so Finn Balor won't leave. It's the same fucking thing. I get tired of this shit.
Can I ask
Like,
you a question though? Since when
Yeah.
has that mattered in WWE? It really has. I mean, I wanted to see Lesnar versus Reigns as much as anybody, but what we got to even before the injury was nothing but finishers. It was Superman punches spears on one end, F5s and suplexes on the other. I didn't see a whole lot of anything. Now I know Roman can wrestle. Why they continue to book these matches so they don't is beyond me. So I say you got the biggest stage in the world. Surprise me. Do a little mat wrestling. Do a little, jump off the second rope. Do something.
Roman don't.
And
do
none
that
of it
no
happened.
more.
None of it happened. And he got hurt anyway.
Yeah.
So
well,
what are you protecting?
we'll get into the whole Roman Brock Lesnar thing. We'll get there. So SmackDown's done. Ricochet did good. I mean, he should have defended at WrestleMania. All right, let's start with the first night of WrestleMania. Night 2. First match. I'm sorry. Was the tag team match. I believe, right? Was the tag team match? No, it wasn't. Shit.
Yeah, it was the SmackDown.
Oh, it was. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was the tag team match. What'd you guys think?
Rick Booges. Oh my god.
I know I want him.
Did
No, but
in what spot did he mess up his leg?
and that's what I want to know.
When Jimmy
too.
jumped on Jay's back while he Rick had Jimmy on his back, right? And then Jay jumped on his back, and then his knee just buckled.
And that's when everything tore.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any updates on him right now?
No.
I think he's done for now.
Yeah, I think
it was torn quadricep and torn patella. So
yeah,
that's the whole knee. The whole knee is done.
So he's good for a year.
Yeah.
That's the second time I've seen Rick Boogs try to do these feats of strength thing and struggle. And I'm starting to wonder, maybe I get it. It's a good gimmick, but the guy's obviously talented in other areas. The guitar thing, he's got a good sense of humor. He's got a great look about him.
Good, I agree.
I think maybe we stop doing that to the guy because, that's one moment out of many he could have had. And it was a really poor way to kick off a big show.
And then it's like, you work with NXT all the way up into
Oh,
work with NXT all the way up until now, and then you finally get, to be at the main stage. The first match, by the way, and then this happens.
I just saw how it happened. Jesus.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
thing collapsed right under him.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I forget who was climbing him, but if he had not jumped on him and he had just kind
Jumped on
of
him,
shifted
yep.
with it, it probably would have been okay.
I don't know why he jumped on. He should just pulled him down. Like, that's how many injuries has it been before WrestleMania? At this point, it's what, 5?
In terms of what?
Like, how many injuries has it been since WrestleMania in WWE so far?
You also got to understand that these guys are overrun too. They work like 5 times a week. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
if he's doing this multiple times a week in powerlifting and training as well, his knees are gonna give out eventually.
yeah, it is
Because
true.
we got Rick, we got Bianca, we got Roman.
Bianca was rocking a black eye, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was surprised that she still came out. I didn't know. I didn't know if it was like really bad because that all this area is super sensitive.
Yeah,
So thankfully she didn't break anything.
yeah.
Yeah,
But half her face was numb though. You could tell she was like all like two faced.
No, she has to get out there and defend that now. Because there are a
yeah.
lot of people questioning her winning that belt back. I mean, I love it. I was screaming for Bianca. I was so happy. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure.
Such a deserving athlete. I'm thrilled. But she's got to go out there and do it now.
Yeah, I mean, we could. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so far right now, like the first match, that was just bad looking at it.
Out of 5 stars, I'll give the first match. I'll give it 2.
That's fair.
2.
3 for Booze.
I'm only giving it 2 because I feel bad for Booges, but
That's why I'm giving it a 3.
I'm just gonna give it 2.
Yeah, I give it a 3. Three is a little reasonable for me. And that's only because it was a solid match until it started to just get all wonky towards the end.
Yeah.
Well, they were building to that spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, the next match. Because I'm sorry, I'm just really disappointed that his knee buckled like that, and then the fact that they jumped on his back, oh. Anyway,
you know what though? In one way, I think it's good, and I'm sorry for slowing you down, but I do think that he's wasted in this Shinsuke Nakamura role. Maybe he comes back a little bit stronger. Maybe he's earned the respect of enough people that he comes back and gets a better push. I mean, I already came up with a new name for him. I want to call him Sweaty Mercury.
I like it.
Oh my god! Yes,
that would be great.
I love it.
I like the guy. He's a good athlete, and I think he might deserve He reminds me of Big E back when he was playing Ziggler's bodyguard.
Oh, Big E, Jesus.
Okay. Big E when he was Dolph Ziggler's bodyguard. Mm-hmm. what was his name?
Big E.
Was it Big E? No, it was
Big E Langston.
Yeah, and he had the freaking Jamaican symbols on and everything.
Yeah, he did.
They Kofi'd him. Thankfully, he didn't talk.
No, yeah.
Triple H, didn't you used to be Jamaican?
What happened to your accent?
I saw that clip 2 weeks ago, and I was like, oh my god. I'm so happy he didn't get buried by that, but damn, that was just.
All right. What was the second match after that? I'm drawing a blank here.
Let me just
hold on, I got it right here. So the second match of the night was Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin.
That's right. There it is. We were in mid-card vortex. That's why I don't remember it. So what'd you guys think?
It happened. Like no, it's just this was one of the matches I was just like, I wasn't thrilled about going into WrestleMania. Like
This should have been freaking WrestleMania SmackDown.
yes, that's what this one should have been. This should have been the WrestleMania SmackDown one.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, and I like these two wrestlers. I like Corbin and I like Drew McIntyre. It's just it happened.
Yeah.
Is it true that this was the first person ever to kick out of End of Days?
Yes.
Oh
Okay,
wow.
And they did nothing really other than mention it in that moment.
Yep, that was it.
But because again, there's no build up to it. Happy Corbin's got he's so deep into this character. He's got the most unstoppable finisher. We watched a headline match where everybody kicked out of the most dominant finishers over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And AJ and Edge, they kicked out of finishers over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And Randy Orton and all that. I could go on. The fact that nobody's ever kicked out of this and it warranted one line from Michael Cole.
Well, here's the thing. It was already an undefeated streak going on because once Corbin had got back on his feet after the whole depression thing and he kept losing, he's just been on a streak. He has not been beat after he got that streak of luck. So now that story might change completely because he already he just lost.
I hope he grows out that skullet
later.
Love to see it.
I'll be honest with you. When I was watching Corbin and Drew, I was just like, he's being wasted in this match. Why do I even care? Why should I care?
I would have much rather seen Drew McIntyre versus Lone Wolf Baron Corbin. I liked him.
I think
I don't know why I don't know why they changed him, and I think that was mainly because he was like a part of the Authority, right?
Yeah, eventually like Corporate Corbin or whatever they called him.
He was like part of the Authority.
Actually, I kind of like Broke Corbin. Broke Corbin was fun.
That was he made me feel depressed as fuck. Like I didn't want to watch it. Like every time I saw him, I felt like he gave me that energy, and I was just like, ugh.
I loved it though.
That Corbin was so much fun, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, that one bit where he's like, "That's me on the bus." He's like, "That's not you."
Yeah,
that's why it was believable. You felt it. You're like, yeah, he's broke. I feel that.
One of the scenes was like, "Is that blood on your shirt?" Nah, it's a can of spaghetti. I couldn't even open it, so I banged it up against the wall just to open it.
Even when he was wearing that shirt throughout his matches, he would go out.
Yeah,
ketchup and mustard stained shirt. I liked it. It was a good gimmick.
It was. And then him asking wrestlers for like $20,000. He was like, "Hey, can I get like $10,000 or something?" Like, and we're just like, "Dude, you're really down on his luck."
That's crazy.
How did he end up getting the money to play in Vegas? I missed that whole.
I think he found $100 in the casino, and then he decided to bet it and won a lot of money, and then just kept betting and kept winning.
You ever stop and think about it? We're 4 grown men debating.
We're doing it wrong, apparently.
I don't know, man. I want that streak. I think he's more talented than he lets on, but at the same time, he was such a good badass coming out of NXT.
Vince doesn't like his body,
and he doesn't really have to like his body. So
been known. It's been known. That's why Vince doesn't like his body because he.
So Kevin Nash him then. Put the tank top and the long pants on him. I don't.
Well, he wore shirts. He never wore anything. He always wore shirts. Like Vince doesn't like. I don't like his body. So
he was too flabby.
Yeah.
So he was a badass. He was this guy got kicked off of NFL teams for being too violent.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a real story. The guy has a backstory that you're not playing off of. In NXT, they did it. This Lone Wolf thing was a great gimmick for him.
It was.
And he had the most badass intro ever where the wolf logo would move as he walked down the aisle.
I love that theme. That theme was great.
Yeah, the music was great.
I think the downfall of Baron Corbin was him, the Money in Bank.
Probably.
Yeah.
It was when he lost with Jinder Mahal for the Money in the Bank briefcase. That was the downfall of Baron Corbin.
I gotta agree with it.
Cena.
Yeah.
No. I mean, Jinder Mahal was champion, but Cena interfered and Jinder Mahal roll up and got the title. I mean, regained the title.
Yeah.
But did you guys watch Breaking Ground, the documentary?
I did. I love it.
I loved it. Baron Corbin was a huge part of that.
Yeah.
And you actually watched how he was, even in the NXT circles, he was an outsider.
Mm-hmm.
And he was antisocial.
He would go out to like the concerts by himself and things like that. Yeah, I agree.
I think for a lot of wrestling fans, and I'm not trying to put us in any kind of buckets or anything, but let's face it, wrestling fans, a lot of them do feel like lone wolves. I think he was a very relatable character, especially for people maybe in their 20s and 30s and 40s like us. Well, at least me, but that really kind of feel alienated from their friends who don't follow anymore. And I think that was a great character that they could have built on, and maybe they can again. It's not over. But I really hope that they do something better with him than comedy.
Agree.
Yeah.
I would like to see him start to spiral again since he lost.
Money.
So he spirals again because he lost. Now he's upset. He's undefeated. He was undefeated, and now he got his first loss again. And then now he's like losing every single match. Now he's becoming more depressed, and Edge picks him up, and then we get that Corbin, that original Corbin, the lone wolf Corbin,
and he's like the enforcer of the group.
Yeah.
Like along with Damian Priest, fuck, that's a big faction. And then that faction challenges the fucking the tribal chief. What? Putting the title on Edge?
Well, Edge is getting one more title run before he goes.
But you know what? If he does do that, I would love to see that. That's a good one. I would like
to see that. Edge's title run ain't coming as a heel. It's coming as a face. No, because if he's on borrowed time, he's going to go out with glory.
Yeah, but how do you go back from where he's at now?
Yeah, you
real simple. You the same way they've done every faction in the history of factions. You have everybody below you turn on you. That makes you an automatic face, and then he makes a run for the championship.
Yeah, but it has to be a reason why, though. It's not like
that's why we watch the shows, guys. They set up these stories week in and week out. Honestly, they'll drag it out to no end.
It's gonna go not the way we planned. Like we can sit there and write, and
I want to thank
for days.
I want to thank everybody on the chat for watching my last show on this. There's no way Al's going to have me back after this
week. Yeah, you're coming back. I don't hear that shit. Anyway, all right. What was the next match after the mid-card vortex was the
I'm
sorry, but hold up.
Logan.
Was it? Oh yeah,
Miz versus Miz and Logan.
How y'all feel about
I'm not a fan of Logan Paul. However, I have to give credit where credit is due. He did well. I have to give credit where credit is due.
Fine, I give him better.
I saw the best tweet of all this weekend was apparently this pro wrestling thing isn't that hard. Just look at Johnny Knoxville and Logan Paul. Maybe we should all get a match this weekend. And while it's obviously not true, Logan Paul is a tremendous athlete. Johnny Knoxville did comedy. Logan Paul learned the game quick.
He used to wrestle though in high school.
Yeah,
he wrestled amateur. He wasn't doing flying head scissors, and he wasn't doing her.
Yeah, but at least he had a basis. You know what I mean? Because that's the same thing with Steven Stevenson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. But I mean, what he did off the top rope, and I forget that was old Buff Bagwell's old finishing move. I can't remember what it's called, but that thing was tremendous, and he landed it flawlessly, and he took flatbacks like a champ. The kid can bomb, and he knows how to roll. And when he did the Eddie Guerrero thing to spam the crowd. Which pissed me off, but that's what he was meant to do, and he did it well. And then at the end of it, he made the Miz even worse. They did a great job on that match.
Yeah, they did.
Fantastic job.
And then what about the betrayal at the end? Did anybody see that coming?
Yes.
I didn't.
I didn't expect that.
I expected Logan Paul to do it, but I didn't expect the Miz.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking they were going to make Miz a face.
Yeah,
by having Logan Paul be the bigger asshole.
Yep.
And they did it backwards. Boy, the Miz is the ultimate asshole. And I think that's a direct response to MJF. if they want to keep making these comparisons between the two characters, you just made Logan Paul look like a face on the biggest show of the year.
Yep.
And now we're probably going to see Logan Paul versus Miz at SummerSlam.
I could see that. No, probably Backlash.
I was gonna say, why are we waiting for SummerSlam?
Something I don't. Okay. Reason why? Well, yeah,
it's Logan Paul and it's a spectacle.
Yeah. So you got Backlash and then Money in the Bank and then SummerSlam. Yeah, you're right.
Nah, not Money in the Bank.
Is it Money in the Bank in
June?
No,
they moved Money in the Bank
to win
4th of July weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Money in the Bank is 4th of July weekend in Vegas.
So when's SummerSlam? August?
SummerSlam is July 3rd. No, July 30th at Nashville.
2 pay-per-views in 1 month. Good for them.
No, wow, that's bad.
I'm sorry, premium live
event. Doing a pay-per-view Labor Day weekend to run with AEW.
Gotcha.
The competition continues. All right.
Wow. So yeah,
there won't be an AEW.
Oh, so
Cody's gone.
Hell in the Cell is next after Backlash.
Is it Hell in the Cell?
Oh yeah. So it's Backlash, Hell in the Cell, then Money in the Bank, and then
SummerSlam. And then SummerSlam is in July this year.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
And then they're not. It looks like they're not having a pay-per-view until November. After that,
because Double or Nothing is next month.
Day weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, next.
I will be there.
That's what, Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, WrestleMania Backlash, May 8th, Hell in a Cell, June 5th, Money in the Bank, July 2nd, SummerSlam, July 30th, Survivor Series, November 26th.
All right, so getting back on point, there's a lot of show in between. Is Logan Paul, he's talked very glowingly coming out of WrestleMania, but obviously he's not cut out for the week in, week out grind of a WWE career. So do you wait until SummerSlam to bring him out again as a novelty act? What do you do with the Miz in the meantime? That story can't sit idle.
I do not want to see Miz and Mysterios again. I'm over it.
Oh, I think the world is over it, and I'm over Dominic Mysterio. But that's
and they fight again Monday.
You could
they fought again on Monday. I was just like,
you could have Miz and Balor go at it, and then Miz takes the U.S. title.
And then you wait for Logan Paul to come back out of the shadows. And nowhere, hey, remember what you did to me at WrestleMania? Your time's up. Okay, maybe.
I'm surprised. Doesn't he have a fight coming up?
His brother does. Remember, he doesn't fight. His brother fights.
He fights too.
But his fights are not as publicized as they should. His brother's the main boxer. So a lot of his fights, he's in his brother's corner though. That's the one thing. He's in his brother's corner, but he's not the main person that's be fighting. It's his brother, Jake Paul. He's the fighter. He beat Tyrone Wesley and who else he beat? I forgot he beat somebody else. The Shadow knows.
Hi, Cedric.
The Shadow knows.
Cedric
Anyway,
doesn't know how to just say hi.
No, he doesn't.
He's got to come in with just a comment to just drop it.
Yeah, that's his MO.
All
right. So after that match, it was Bianca versus Becky, right?
Yes.
I put up both hands.
I will give it a standing ovation right now.
It was
the best match of the 2 nights.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The ending got me.
Unexpected.
Just pure.
That was a super solid match.
Oh, it was everything. They both look like stars. They both look like stars. They both turned the fuck out. Becky didn't hold nothing back. Becky was a fucking monster, as she is. Bianca was literally what she said she was, the strongest, the fastest, and she proved it more than one occasion in that whole match. She did her fucking thing. Becky did her fucking thing. Oh, so good. That's how I feel. What y'all think?
10. Absolute
Okay.
10. Match
5
was
out of 5. Like,
yeah.
Okay, Sean
It was
Spears.
Perfect 10. Let's go.
and you know what it is, and this is when I have to take off my Charlotte Flair hat off right now because I'm gonna leave it at this.
Take off the wig.
People really wasn't expecting Bianca versus Becky to be over, to be this over than Ronda and Charlotte. People expected Ronda and Charlotte to go at it because, yeah, we saw Ronda versus Charlotte. We saw it one time, and that was at the Survivor Series, and that was a great match.
Yeah, it was.
The only thing about it was that I felt like Becky and Bianca had more to prove than the Ronda and Charlotte. Because yes, Becky is a great character. She's not known as like the wrestler. She's really not known for her moves. Becky's known for more of her storytelling. Bianca has more to prove as well too, because yes, she lost the title in what 36 seconds was it?
36 seconds. Yeah, 36 seconds.
36 seconds. So yes, Bianca had more to prove as well too. These two women, from the entrances to Becky's look, which was incredible, to Bianca coming out in the HBCU marching band.
Fuck me up, by the way. Fuck me up, by the way. I was like, no, she didn't.
It was from the entrances to the storytelling to the close calls to the unexpected KOD. I was just like, I was literally on my toes for a good 10 minutes of this match. This was a 5 out of 5. No match. Well, I'll talk about one match at the second night, but this was the best match of the night. I mean, best match of the 2 nights.
You can say week too. You can say week.
Well, I would say match of the night and match of the weekend too.
I mean, besides Ricochet's match, yeah.
I mean, that was a solid match, but
yeah, Ricochet's match was solid. I ain't gonna front, but yeah, I give it the week, for real.
The week, yeah, I'll give it.
Listen, that match was better than most of anything going on in a month. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Yeah, so Brad, what do you think?
I know I already said I gave you the full Sean Spears. Yeah. I think I didn't scream once on night one except for that match. There was nothing else that made me go, oh shit. There was nothing else that made me go, oh. None of that was there. On night 2, I had some fun with, watching Wee Man pick up Sami Zayn. I laughed at that a couple of times. But ultimately, the ultimate pay-per-view kind of moment, the WrestleMania moment, was Bianca Belair. And I'm thrilled. May it be a long championship. May everybody chase her for a long ass while. I mentioned this we had a group chat going. And on the group chat, I talked about how Charlotte and who was it? It was Charlotte and Sasha played hot potato with the belt for years.
Yeah,
it seemed like every pay-per-view they were trading the championship, and it devalued the championship. May this be a long and fruitful championship to a deserving champion. Bianca Belair, you are the future. Becky, good luck with your Marvel movie, because that's probably the worst kept secret in Hollywood. That's where she's headed.
What Marvel movie?
She's apparently in a Marvel movie in a significant role. She's going to film, which is why they wrote her off this way.
No way.
Is she going to be a Nova?
Wait a minute. Hold up a second. Did I scoop the True Story Bros into nerd?
Yes,
you did.
Wow, I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
You know what it is? Yeah. That's more of a Craig thing. Yeah, Craig's that guy.
Wait, like Echo Ninja?
Craig tries to be that guy sometimes.
I mean, both Craigs. Both Craigs.
Cedric, chime in if you know anything I don't, but this is what I saw all over Twitter today, and it makes a lot of sense if you think about it. I mean, Becky did not look weak.
Well, hold up. Let me find out she's going to be like a part of the Nova Corps, because they already confirmed that the Nova movies are being pushed forward.
See, my nerd peaked a few minutes ago.
That would be awesome.
I don't know what the Nova Corps is.
Think of Green Lanterns, but Marvel. basically.
So better.
They are a lot better.
better.
They actually are a lot better because they don't use rings. They don't use rings
The
at all.
freaking the Nova Core.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Every Marvel movie that comes out, I say I'm never going to watch it. I've had my fill, and then I watch it and love it. So I don't know, but I don't know the history of half of these things. I don't know who Morbius is. I just know it's Jared Leto, so I'm avoiding it like the plague.
I guess you never watched the Spider-Man cartoon.
No.
Okay, moving on. So good luck to Becky and her movie.
If it's true, if not, I apologize for putting bad information on the internet.
That's fuck it. I'll take that shit. Becky in a Marvel movie. I'm with it.
It makes a lot of sense if that's what's happening.
But if you think about it, I mean, it's not far fetched, right? Like we saw Sasha Banks in a Star Wars TV show where she's actually a face character now, and I was like, that's Sasha Banks. I was like, oh shit, she's a face character now.
How good was that show? They got Sasha Banks and Bill Burr, the comedian, with a Boston accent, and it was incredible. That's how good the writing was on that show.
Yes. Okay. So the next match was, what was the next match after that? Was it Cody and Seth? Well, fuck it. That was one night anyway. We can talk about
Cody and Seth was next.
Cody and Seth was good. A lot of misses though. A lot of misses, and I think it was Cody nervousness. But the entrance for me did it for me. It was like just the opening. Wrestling has more than one. Shut up, Cedric. Jesus Christ.
You're a Nova Core.
I think I'm anywhere. The entrance where it's like wrestling has more than one wrestling dynasty, and then his music plays, and then I was like, yo, it was a great entrance. I loved it.
That's the entire AEW entrance.
But they screwed it up on Raw.
They did. He was like trapped.
You see his head at the bottom of the screen waiting to rise. And I'm like, that's perfect. Welcome to the big leagues, bitch, which is what Seth said to him in the ring. I think that's great because I'm mad at Cody Rhodes and I'm not going to cheer for him.
No, you could be mad, dude. I get it.
I'm not mad. I'm mad for a lot of reasons, which I'll explain if you want to hear it. But
yeah. I just want to hear it. Okay, everybody, tell us what you think about the Cody Rhodes and Seth fight. Brad, you're going last because you're gonna go in your ring.
I'm used to it. It's cool.
It was great. I give it maybe a 4 out of 5. Just because of the thrill of the match. It had some good spots. It was quite botchy from certain points, but I do think it was more because it was just super jittery for Cody Rhodes. Like that was a massive pop for him to come out to, and you could tell that he was super super nervous, even though he's been on this stage before. You know what I mean?
Not like this though.
Yeah, it's not like this. So exactly, that's why he's just like super timid. That's why some of the slams were a little off, and some spots were just crazy.
Yeah, he's never played wrestling. He never had that WrestleMania spot like this. This was like his moment, his WrestleMania moment. Go ahead, Charlotte Bear.
I'm gonna say it was good, but I hate to say it was good because yes, it was a great match. Don't get me wrong, it was a great match. But this is WrestleMania. I'm expecting it to be like up like this, especially coming from Bianca and Becky. You have to make sure you go over them. So that's why I'll give it 3.5, 3.75. I'll give it 3.75 out of 5 stars. It was a great match, but I expected more. Good, but I expected more.
I agree with you. Thinking just because all the mess ups, kind of just All right. Walk with
Let me get this ready because this is gonna be
let's get this drink ready. Go ahead, Brad. Let it. I know you did not.
Who is that? Who is that?
He said in an interview he spoke with Vince and told Vince he doesn't want to hear the name Stardust. He doesn't want any vignettes or anything to pop up as Stardust. Stardust is dead to him if he's back in WWE.
But yet and still, he did the cartwheel and did the thing in the ring.
I'm okay with that. That was him saying goodbye to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brad.
And I'm cool with that. I don't hate Cody Rhodes. I've said a lot of nasty things about Cody Rhodes in our group chat over the last few days. I don't regret one of them. I think Cody Rhodes might be the most arrogant prick in wrestling right now, because he's done this humble brag thing for the last week where he's basically been like, oh, I'm so fortunate. Thank you all for welcoming me back. By the way, I have the biggest contract in the history of WWE. And then Vince bought me a bus. Okay, and then he goes on and talking about how easy it was to leave the company he helped found. And then he talked about how he grew apart from Tony Khan. And yet I'm not going to talk about it because I have nothing but respect for the guy. And then every interview, it got a little more passive aggressive. The guy's a piece of shit. This was the plan all along. The match was a 2 out of 5 at best, and that's only because Seth Rollins was in it. I think he missed a couple spots, timid or not. You're a professional wrestler. I can't go to work and be like, well, you know what? I made a couple mistakes editing this document because I was timid. I got to go to work. I've got to go do my job. And Cody Rhodes was there to do a job, and he ended up looking stupid next to one of the best in-ring workers in the business. I also do think that there was a reason that the microphone was so close to him when he said, welcome back to the big leagues, bitch, and then got slapped like the bitch that he is. Okay? I think Vince McMahon is still kind of passively mad at Cody Rhodes. I don't think this is going to be an easy road for him. He got his pop. He had his moment. But if I have to hear through that stupid lisp of his one more time that he's the son of a grandson of a plumber and the son of Dusty Rhodes, enough. Go and do something for the love of Christ. Do something and prove it. He came out flabby, by the way. I don't know if you saw that too. He came out flabby. I also noticed that chest hair apparently is back in vogue in WWE. Apparently everybody's got chest hair now. 2 out of 5, and that's only because of Seth Rollins. Cody, prove me wrong, but tell me right now that anybody at this table or anybody in that chat thinks that this wasn't the plan all along. That he went out, he proved he could start something on his own, and the instant there was a red carpet laid out for him to go back to WWE, he wasn't going to take it.
I knew Cody was going to go back. I didn't think it was going to be this soon.
I thought for sure this was a work, and it wasn't wishful thinking. It was me actually thinking that the Ring of Honor purchase and everything else, Cody was going to come back doing his sports-focused wrestling, which was always the plan with AEW. Remember, it was supposed to be rankings and wins and losses, and that's kind of gone the way of the Buffalo now. It's sports entertainment. Chris Jericho's making fun of it on TV as we speak. And that's fine. I don't mind that, but I just think that Cody jumped ship the first chance he got, and now week over week, you're going to watch these interviews. You watch how quickly he says the Young Bucks are hacks. He's going to say Kenny Omega thinks he's too much of himself, and Tony Khan's a wannabe Vince McMahon. And then in 5 years, if AEW is indeed still around, he's going to go back triumphantly to the company he helped found. He's an opportunist and a piece of shit. Bradley out.
I love this read. The thing is that I can't disagree with you. I can't disagree with you.
I say it all along. Prove me wrong.
He opened up the library and read Cody for Phil.
I can't disagree with you. Wow.
I would love to be proven wrong. I get proven wrong on a daily basis. Just ask my boss.
So the one thing you do have to agree with is that he is actually, when he's on, he's a great wrestler.
He is a very technically sound wrestler. He tells a good story, and then he gets on the microphone, spits all over it. It's really
I'm not talking about promos. I'm just talking about He is a great wrestler.
I think it's cruel that there are so many S's in what he does. I'm Cody Rhodes. I'm a professional wrestler. You know, I think it's just mean. It's like watching Cindy Brady sell seashells by the seashore.
Oh, this is
It has to be that way, man.
Oh my god!
I think he's a good wrestler, and I actually really enjoyed AEW because of him in the beginning. I thought there was a validity to what he said. There was a passion behind what he said. Actually, it wasn't even AEW; it was when he did All In, the very first All In, and he won the NWA championship. That to me was a bigger honor to his dad than winning WWF strap or WWE strap ever would be.
I agree.
And
Agreed.
My thing is though with that is that it's something new. You know what I'm saying? It's also something that is giving the talent what they want to do. It's giving them that option. Like I was watching an interview with Jeff Hardy, and he was saying himself, he was like, he went in there and he's like waiting for a script, waiting to tell him, you know, what's gonna be the plan and what he's gonna do, and they're just like, no, bro, there's no writers, dog. Just do what you gotta do.
And that's cool. I think that's going to bite them in the ass. I said this the last time we talked.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time before you get somebody who shoots off at the hip on the microphone and on TNT or TBS. And then eventually they're going to be like, wait a minute, our sponsors can't have this. It already happened with the Jericho and the pizza cutter. Guys are getting a little wary of the live mic thing. So,
I mean, you got Eddie Kingston. He's pretty much.
With,
sorry. Go ahead, Clinton.
Max Caster and the whole Simone Biles incident.
Exactly. I think a live mic's got a lot of benefits, but you got to be careful because you got real world money coming into your TV show.
Yeah, and with Max Caster, he's a freestyle rapper, so
yes, he is.
It's all punchlines. Even last week, his what was it? This week on Dynamite, he went against CM Punk. And in his freestyle, he was said, "You're about to get slapped like I'm Will Smith."
Yeah,
like he brought it up. Yeah, that's the thing that's going on right now. But
yeah, he
you know, it's only so much that you can do.
What's the rule of comedy? Read the room. You know, if you're even hesitant the slightest bit to say it to somebody, then don't say it on a live mic.
He wasn't hesitant when he said it, though.
Well, Max Caster.
Are they're neutral, right? Because they can either be heel or face, or are they just
they're heel? They're always heel.
They're heel, really?
Yeah.
Is AEW really going by the heel face dynamic? I feel like
people have, you could easily tell.
Well, I think there's obvious ones, but I also feel like the fans have to choose in a match sometimes. Who's the heel, who's the face?
Just to bring it back to Cody Rhodes, was Cody Rhodes a heel or face?
Well, they called him what's his name from that show, the superhero show, Homelander. That's what they're calling him. He's a heel who thinks he's a face.
That was on AEW.
Now
he's a heel who thinks he's now. I think he's full face.
He's full face until they turn on him.
We'll see. Anyway. Let's move on.
Because he wanted to be face in AEW, and they were like not letting that happen.
Nah.
They were like, "Nah, bro."
I mean, you can't have a heel wife and a face husband, like.
But that's just it. He was Homelander. It actually made perfect sense. But if he wanted everything to carry over from AEW, from the music to the entrance to even using the word wrestling when you're obviously in sports entertainment world, okay, all of that, you know, he's saying it despite he's going to become a heel. It's going to happen.
It'll happen eventually.
It'll happen, yeah.
But anyway, come on, Al, throw me another softball. I'm ready.
All right.
I just love this read. Like this it really gave me life.
Your word. Yeah. All right. Night 2, WrestleMania.
No, we have more matches.
We have more matches, bro.
Let me see.
Well, it's 2 more matches. So the next match after that was Charlotte versus Ronda.
That was night 1?
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna pull a Brad on this one.
Go ahead, Miss. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Let me get my phone.
I will have to say I was very disappointed. Very disappointed with this match. Um, a lot of things happen for the straight people, for the straight men. They got to see Charlotte in the best way possible. However, Rhonda, what the fuck was you doing in this match? What the hell?
She
It
wasn't
was
ready.
like what happened in 2018 went out the window. It felt like she was an amateur wrestler. It
Ooh,
felt like
ooh,
it was
wow,
bad. It was bad. To
I
me,
agree that
Charlotte
it's not the best
was
she's looked, but back that up. I didn't think she looked that bad.
She wasn't that bad. And here's my thing. Again, they should have built this like a submission match because
thank
that's what
you.
the only thing that was going on. The match was extremely technical
That's what it is.
until you got to the end where it got super sloppy because they basically that was probably like that ending was probably on the fly.
Because
yeah.
Charlotte is let's be real. Charlotte is a technical wrestler. Ronda's not a technical wrestler. So having
Well,
a wrestler, I'm not talking about MMA wrestler.
but she's a judo champion in
Yeah,
judo
that's
and
all
jiu-jitsu.
technical.
Yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about WWE sports entertainment. I'm talking
Okay,
about.
okay, okay.
Sports entertainment wise, yes, exactly. But again, she's a submission machine.
It could have been a submission match, and we would have loved it. However, it was a singles wrestling match. Ronda didn't do well, in my honest opinion. I have to give this match a 2 out of 5 stars.
God
Mm.
damn!
Mm.
Between you and Brad giving 2 out of Cody, he's giving 2 to Cody. You 2 to fucking wow.
Charlotte
You know,
could
two
have
nights
done.
of wrestling, they're not all going to be winners. Some
Right,
are,
I agree, but at the same time, it's like the Cody. I agree with your rating. Like, well, I'll give you the
Did
Clinton's
you
like
hear
the
what
3.
allegedly happened backstage before the match?
No, what happened?
So allegedly, Ronda got pissed because she found out that she wasn't main eventing WrestleMania.
But
So
it's been like that on the card for
she
like.
already kiboshed that.
oh, she did.
Yeah, she was out immediately on Twitter. She's like, I don't know where people get this stuff. I don't think Twitter likes her. I
Nah.
think I don't know what it is about her. I happen to like her. I think she's a positive addition. I know she's not a full timer, but I think when she's on the show, it makes the show. It's got a bigger feel. I like her presence. She's
Hey, leave a
surprising.
black woman alone.
Huh?
Wait, what happened? Oh God! Because Ronda is
She's black, apparently.
black. Yeah.
I don't know where you're going with this, but don't do that to me ever again.
I was like, me too. I was like, what the hell? What are you talking about?
We're not going to put this soundbite out. So
I was also complimenting her for the record.
yeah.
I like Rhonda. I think she does what she does and she does it well. It wasn't a technical masterpiece. I think Charlotte looks surprisingly sloppy, and I like Charlotte Flair.
In what part did she look sloppy?
I just felt like there was a lack of crispness about it. I felt like you want to talk about timid. I felt like the two of them don't have that ring chemistry. The characters belong in the ring together, but I don't think they have that actual wrestling chemistry.
They did before she got pregnant. They had a lot of chemistry before she got pregnant. It was.
You think so?
Yeah.
I feel like they were waiting for one another to make a move. There was a lot of this stutter step stuff.
Right. I agree with this year, but when you see them wrestle back in 2018, before Ronda had her baby, they were on it. They were really on it. It wasn't.
So who was hesitant?
Matches were more fluid.
Yeah. Matches, it was more fluid back then than it was now, and I think it's Ronda's still ring rust. I still think it's ring rust from Ronda.
Maybe. I mean, you look at Charlotte, like you expect a certain level of crispness to the moves and a convincing nature. She's not a technical wrestler as much as she is just a convincing ring performer.
Right.
And very convincing. Like, I believe when she smacks me. I believe when she locks in that figure eight. I believe in that. And that's what I've always liked about
kick at the end.
Yeah, but it just the rest of the match leading up to that, it felt like almost out of.
I was like, she went down for a big boot. No,
no, it was called short on time boot.
That pissed me off so much. How do you lose to a big boot?
Because you're short on time.
I know, but still.
Yeah, signed everyone who wrestled Hulk Hogan.
I wouldn't even
she,
go further because
she could have did a natural selection. I would have taken that as a finisher.
and I hate the natural selection.
I do
However, I would
too.
take that as a finisher and would have been fine with it.
I think if she
I would have
ran up,
taken that as the ending.
yeah, yeah.
What happened?
I think she should have did the natural selection. I got up, did it right, and then
I think if she would have did it though, she would have landed on the ref. Now that I think of it,
yeah. So what? The ref could have did a slow count.
because the ref was already knocked out by
Yeah,
then.
Or what they could have done, I mean, to save face for Ronda, is done a submission, but not have Ronda tap out, just have Ronda pass out.
the Bret Hart, the Stone Cold thing. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that really night? Well, that was night one, right?
That was night one. Yeah,
Jesus.
And then you have
and
the
then you had the main event.
KO show.
Oh yeah, the KO. Okay, so the KO show, Austin versus KO. What
Yeah,
did you guys?
I have to sit this one out.
So my husband KO, yeah, love him. He looked good. I mean, he always looks good. I'm sorry, I'm like gushing over him, but he looked good. Um, and you know, him just talking. He is so good on the mic, right? That it's almost like it's so fluid for him. And just to get somebody that he idolizes in the ring with him, oh, even better. And then the best part about that match was like, well, one of the best parts is when Austin got in the ring and he's talking to him, and Austin just stops, looks directly at the camera like this, like, and he gave you the look like this motherfucker thinks this motherfucker crazy, like you, this motherfucker think he gonna tell me what to do? Like you could read his face, and then the fact they just went at it, Stone Cold taking bumps after what 19 years
On
19
concrete.
years.
On concrete.
on concrete, 19 years.
I, I'm
Him
still
and the other-
shocked. I'm still shocked that Stone Cold let KO do the stunner on him.
Yeah, well,
I'm shocked.
It's
Yeah,
passing of the torch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that had to get done. That was great too.
yeah.
Nobody loves wrestling more than Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
may not
Oh,
have been a
man.
good wrestler. Like he was a great entertainer, a good fighter. He wasn't a technical wrestler, but look what he did with Bret Hart.
He was a
He took
slugger.
the best. He was a slugger, but look at the match he had with Bret Hart.
Yeah,
The two of them brought the best out of each other.
Absolutely.
He passed the torch to Kevin Owens.
yeah.
But who won that segment? Everybody remembers Stone Cold. Kevin Owens used to be awesome on the mic, punching up. I don't get my due. I don't get this. I don't get that. This last month has been Kevin Owens punching down.
Yep.
He is at the top of his game. He is justifying his 4-year contract, and I think there's going to be no bigger star in terms of being a heavyweight heel than Kevin Owens. He and the getting the torch from Stone Cold solidified it.
I agree.
You said not a big enough. What about Roman? He's a big heel.
He's going to make his face turn too, because
Yeah.
there's a faction, and the brothers will turn on him. And it goes on and on and on. Factions only get you so far. That's the biggest problem with AEW right now, but that's a different show, folks.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So, go ahead. Go ahead.
It was I give it a 3 out of 5. I thought it was fun. It was a great way to end night one of WrestleMania, in my honest opinion.
I'm giving it a 4.
That was a great ending.
Easy. I'm giving it an easy 4. Easy 4. Nostalgia, Stone Cold. The Kevin Owens talking and the interruption with the glass breaking and him walking out. Sorry, not walking out, riding out. Rode down that shit, and then just him stoic, just standing in the ring, 19 years, right, and just standing there and just being like you could, like it's weird. You could, like Austin has this aura, and you felt that shit through the TV,
Yep.
right? And that was the thing, like it came through as if he never fucking left, right? Like he never left. Like he's always been there, right? And the fact that he took bumps on concrete and without missing a beat, right? And got up and kept going, not even feeling like, not even seeing like, looking at him looking slow. I was like, damn, like he got up, like he got up faster than anybody else.
It was a great match. Definitely, I thought we would have gotten something. I didn't think that they were gonna give us a full match, no holds barred match to be at that. Um, he was like, I didn't come here to challenge. I didn't come here to talk to you or interview you. I came here to challenge you to a fight, and what I want is a no holds barred match.
What's crazy is that just a week before we all said there's no way they do a real match. They're going to do a talk show and he's going to take a bunch of stunners.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to be wrong. And I was so wrong when I finally watched it on the replay because I'm the idiot who didn't realize the show didn't end earlier. I missed the whole thing live completely.
I remember that in the chat. He was like, wait, there was more?
Yeah, Brad. Okay, so anybody that's watching, so Brad stopped watching after Charlotte's fight. He said, that's the end of the show for me. I was like, Brad, it's still going on. He's like, wait, there's still more?
I cleaned up the Chinese food I had bought from me and my kids. And I did all that. And I went upstairs and I got the kids ready for bed. And I come downstairs and this chat is still live and it's scrolling and it's scrolling. And my phone is lighting up like Christmas Eve. And I'm like, why? What did I miss? And then I realized, shit, Austin went.
All right. So
that's pain right there.
Clint, did you say anything about the Austin and Kevin Owens match?
It was fun. It was nostalgic. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. So for this night one of WrestleMania, I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10.
You said 8?
Yeah,
8 out of 10. Yeah.
We had
7.5.
Yeah, I think I gave it a 7.5 that day.
Yeah, 7.5. Yeah. Charlotte and Ronda could have been way better.
Yep. And then
if they were on their shit, they could have. If they were really on their shit, I think it could have blew out Becky and Bianca, but they didn't. So
yeah, that could have been better.
Performance that they did, there was no way in hell Charlotte and Ronda would have.
But they could have, but they didn't. So
yeah. that could have been better. We didn't need McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. And
before we close out the day, can we talk about Drew McIntyre? How viable is he as a contender at this point? Raw is so lacking in legitimate champions. Like, who's left for Roman to fight? I don't buy McIntyre as a major league threat anymore. I don't care if his sword can cut ring ropes. I really don't care.
I mean, it's a sword, so yeah, of course.
I don't give a shit. I mean, the big show and Lesnar going through the
thing that bugged me though, right? Like when it comes to like contenders for Roman, right? That we haven't. Well, we're not going to get any more. Now I think it was stupid for them to do that. We're not going to get Big E versus Roman, and I thought that was going to be something that we're going to lead up to, but we're not getting it anymore. So we have Drew, right? And we don't have anybody else.
You have a lot of people. It's just you have
Braun
now
Breaker.
Roman as a you have
too soon.
Roman
Bobby,
is going to be
Bobby's back. Champion. So Bobby's back, right?
I mean, didn't Braun just went back to NXT Championship as well?
Yep.
Too?
So he's NXT. There's nothing. Yeah, he's going back to NXT.
Yeah.
No,
they have nobody. NXT has nobody right now.
They don't. And they got LA Knight. They could put the title on LA Knight and let that
old.
So what?
He's old. They don't want to put that belt on him. And if anything, they'll put the belt on him so they can get Braun over the main roster.
Pretty much. So fucking what? If not, bring LA Knight to fucking main roster. But then he'll be in the mid card. But anyway. I like Bobby's back. You know, I don't know how long this Amos thing is gonna happen. I mean,
at least one pay-per-view. MVP made a big turn on him. That's not going away.
Yeah, that's WrestleMania Backlash for sure.
Yeah. AJ can go for it. I mean, unless he's not done with the whole Edge thing.
He's not done with the whole Edge thing. That's gonna go on for a while.
And I'm pretty sure he doesn't remember that match. I'm pretty sure he's got a concussion.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about that. Ooh.
Okay, yeah. So, all right. Let's end night one. Night two.
Ooh, night two.
First match. Was it the women's tag team?
No, it was
no. It was the Raw tag team.
Yeah, Raw tag team.
Orton.
That was a great fucking match.
Great way to start wrestling. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what tag teams should be.
Yeah.
On the rosters. You get a 9 out of 10. This is what tag teams should be in WWE on the main rosters, week in, week out. That's what it should be.
I gave it a 4.25 out of 5. It was a great way to start WrestleMania. Great way.
Perfect. And
I think Orton is having. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
How many of you guys thought that there was going to be a turn with Randy?
Yes.
Yep.
And I'm thrilled that they didn't. Randy Orton is having so much goddamn fun right now with Riddle. It's an entirely different Randy Orton. We've seen 20 years of brooding Randy. And don't get me wrong, when he gets into snake mode and he slaps the mat, it's great watching the two of them do it. And I know we're going to get one more run of him doing serious Randy, but I am having a blast watching him having a blast.
And he's having a blast as well.
Yeah.
He loves
that RKO, the 2 RKOs.
Sick.
Fuck. You couldn't write a better ending.
Nah, the one off the turnbuckle was great.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the 2 RKOs.
He jumped over the ropes from the outside and then grabbed him from off the top of the turnbuckle. That was great.
And then what made it was Montez looked at him. He was like, Riddle. the way he sold it, because Montez going up for that fucking. I think he was gonna go fly into the sky when he jumped off the.
Yeah, he was going for a frog
splash. Fly, but when he got up there, he turned Riddle. He's like Riddle, boom, RKO, and then you have what's the name doing the moonsault, RKO out of nowhere. 2 RKOs, finish perfect. Just
Montez Ford,
that
best part of the match.
That was my favorite match of the night. So that tells you what happened with night 2.
Shit. All right. All right. So after that match.
Wait, hold on. Montez Ford, can we throw some light his way? Thank you. Okay, I was late to the party on the Street Profits. I've never been a fan of the party boy kind of vibe. I got to tell you, watching him clear the ring post on his own was the sickest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And the guy's a future champion. I don't know what belt, but he's a future champion.
He's definitely a United States.
For sure.
Like that, the height he gets reminds me of young RVD.
Oh my Lord. Wow.
With more mobility.
Yeah, RVD never went that high either. He went high, but not.
He went high, but I'll say RVD didn't go high, but he had so much length. Like he can travel with it. RVD went almost half across the ring. Montez has done that just on one night.
Oh yeah,
and change his whole body in mid jump.
He's good, man. He's good.
I also want to give credit to Gable. Gable's sick.
Which Gable? Okay.
Sheesh.
Oh yeah. Sheesh. Let's give it to Otis. On some real shit, give it to Otis. That was Otis. Otis was doing this.
All six did their.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal match.
I like how they were trying to teasing Gable Stevenson is there too. His fine ass. God damn.
I am a little concerned about his
belly too.
I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming about Steve.
No, I'm a little concerned about his history. Found not guilty or not.
Yep.
I'm not a huge fan of his history.
That's why I can't say anything right now. So
Yeah, you know what? I believe in the system to a point, and maybe not that much.
I don't know,
I
but
don't know.
he was at Market Days. That's all I'll say about that.
Well, that's fair. And
Do
Gable,
you know what Market Days is?
no, but I agree with you. I always agree with you.
Let's put it like this: Market Days ain't Market Days in Chicago. It's a pretty much like a leather event in Chicago, and a lot of gay men and women are there.
So you're telling me I'm not welcome?
Well, you could be welcome.
I'm kidding with you, man.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Gable Stevenson was there.
Oh, was he really? I doesn't matter to me one way or another. I'm curious about him as a performer,
Mm-hmm.
and
Me
I am
too.
a little surprised that if
Hey,
there are
Brad. Me too. Me too.
okay, but I mean,
I want to know what he performed at Market Days.
Okay, so I can see this is going nowhere fast, so I'm gonna shut up now. All I'm saying is this: if the allegations are even remotely true, and if there is smoke where there is fire, that's not a good look for WWE. I want to be wrong here because the kid looks like tremendous talent.
yeah.
So fingers crossed that it is just that is internet speculation and that he is indeed innocent. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean Brock is training him, so
I think
and
he's going to be good. He had the presence in the ring on night 2.
Yeah.
I mean, if they weren't all in on him right now, I don't think he would even be a thought. And
All
that's
right,
that's simply because look at what they've done already with other people who've had accusations that weren't even true.
Riddle had an accusation.
Riddle had an accusation that wasn't true.
Velveteen Dream accusation was false, apparently,
Yep,
right?
that was false too, and he never
but
got his job back.
But where's he? Exactly. Jeff Hardy lost his job. Okay, but what's his name? Which Uso is drunk driving all the time? I forget. Is it Jay?
Yeah.
Jimmy's always
Jimmy.
drunk driving.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like WWE has selective memory.
Well, for Jimmy and Jay, and it also goes with Nia Jax as well. Nia Jax was complaining about that she wasn't getting the light or whatever case may be, and what she do? She got on the phone call with her cousin. We know who her cousin is, and look how that went. The next couple of months, couple months, she was champion. She had a huge.
But where's she now? She's not there.
She's not there, right? Exactly, because she
keeps hurting people.
Well, that's true. That too.
No, she's not there because she wouldn't get vaxxed.
Yeah. There's that too.
We're going off
There's almost
topic.
so much your cousin can do to save you.
I want to be wrong about Gable Stevenson. That's all I'm saying.
Clint is quiet.
You just have to see, wait and see. Yeah. But if it's not a big deal for them, he wouldn't be on TV.
You're probably right. You're probably right. But if anything, I'm a skeptic, and accusations like that don't sit well with me. No, with night 2.
Yes. So after that, it was Sasha and Naomi, right?
Nope. Lashley and Omos.
I don't care. Moving on. I generally do not care. I'm sorry, 2 black men, WrestleMania. I do not fucking care. The only thing I cared about was, oh shit, MVP betrayed Bobby. Cool. Moving on.
And that was the next day. That wasn't even.
Whatever. It did not matter to me.
It's just one of those matches with no build. You have no build. Bobby Lashley comes out of nowhere on Raw.
Right. Whatever. And it just didn't. I didn't care for it. Like, and I have such high regard for Bobby, and that's my issue. I have such a high regard for Bobby just to put him in this squabble match that really doesn't do anything.
It's because you haven't. They wanted to put that in there. That's the classic David and Goliath. That's the
Bobby's not David.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
He's not. He's not. But they want. They always want to have something like that. When Big Show was around, they always had those types of matches. Big Show versus Rey Mysterio.
Bobby Lashley
like
is 6'5".
Exactly. Built like a brick shit house.
He's still a giant, but at the same instance, you know what I'm saying? You're putting him against someone who is, undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
Undefeated based on who he's faced.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why they build it that way. Did I want to see it? No, they could have scrapped the whole match.
Anybody really? He's just been throwing people with no names who work in fucking NXT as referees or in the background. They didn't beat anybody.
While that is true, it's storyline. That's the story that they went with. There is no
story to Omos unless AJ was involved. Now the whole AJ thing is done. Omos don't have no fucking story.
And even at that, it was the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because AJ was the one who got pinned. Omos never got pinned.
Right. But it still don't matter anymore. So who's Omos going against this now?
It's gonna be Bobby Lashley still. That's gonna be the thing until whenever that implodes.
Useless. It is
useless, but that's what they use to start the story.
They don't need Bobby fighting Omos. Bobby needs to go for the championship, period.
That's fine. I feel like Omos has like naked pictures of Linda McMahon and he's holding them.
And they're just like, yo, bro.
It's the only reason he's got even a spot. Nothing against the guy, but he could be a much better wrestler. He shows no interest in even learning the game.
I'm scared he's going to sprain an ankle.
I see no interest on his part.
I had no interest in the match. I'm not defending the match at all. I'm just saying you need to have a match that's like Andre versus Hulk Hogan.
I'm questioning his presence in the company.
Me too.
What is he? Why is he there? He was part of a WWE Underground. A Raw Underground
as a door guy,
and then eventually a door guy. Okay, and 6 weeks later that went away. I don't even think it made it that long. Now all of a sudden he's main event because Vince has always liked his big guys. But let's be real.
There's a limit to it. Like
he's got 2 moves.
And he roars, roar, the big. Like,
you don't have the big monster anymore.
You don't need a big monster. You don't.
You do.
No, you don't.
Not without Mike skills, you don't have a big monster.
No, you don't. Yeah. You don't need a big monster.
But you do need one. They had Big Show, they don't have him. They had Braun, they don't have
Big Show can actually talk.
Thank you. But even so, it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, it's great, but now you put a mouthpiece on him and then just have him wreck house for a bit. Again, I'm not defending the guy. I don't like him, but I understand from WWE standpoint why he's there.
Clinton, save this conversation, please.
Thank you. I haven't heard from Clinton in ages.
I mean, I'm glad now that he has MVP because I didn't know what else he was going to do after this loss. Literally, what else can you do? The streak is over. Now he has MVP, so hopefully, fingers crossed, MVP can shed some light into what he's going to do with him. The match, I give it a 1. I really didn't care for it.
Yeah.
It could have been scrapped off. I would have been fine with it.
Could have been something on Raw, period.
It really could have been. I have zero interest in the whole undefeated streak of Omos.
I would have taken that match out and put Finn Balor versus Damian Priest in that shit.
Yep.
Or Ricochet versus whoever the fuck that deserves to be in that fucking match.
Or
that
let the New Day get more than 2.5 minutes.
Huh?
Maybe you let the New Day get more than 2.5 minutes with the Irish guys.
We'll get
that match shouldn't have been there.
Bottom line, they crammed too much crap, eliminated too much quality, all in the name of quote unquote entertainment, folks.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Like the New Day, I don't give a shit about the Omos and Bobby Lashley fight. My thing is about Bobby not being like he got injured. He came back, right? And he lost the title. That should not negate him from being in the title picture still. Even if he did lose the title, That should not negate him from being a title. You just lost a wrestler.
Hold
on. I'm not even done yet. You shouldn't. You just the fact that you just lost a wrestler who's actually not in the title anymore because his fucking neck is broken. So there's that. So you only have Bobby Lashley now, who's actually big enough, and Drew McIntyre, who are actually able enough to carry a fucking match with Roman. But you put him with somebody who doesn't really fucking deserve to even be at WrestleMania in the first place. And even, like, you have two other people who have fucking titles who should have been at WrestleMania defending their title, but you put them on fucking regular shows. It's fucking bullshit.
It is. Take it easy. It's not that serious.
Fuck you, Vince.
It's real to me, damn it.
If you really think about it, they needed to put Bobby Lashley on the card.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
when they
didn't.
found out that he was good, they cleared him for whatever they could.
I'm not saying they didn't. They don't think. I'm not saying they didn't. I'm just saying that he didn't have to fight Omos. Omos should not be at WrestleMania.
But then who they would have put him against then?
I'm saying I'll say this. I don't think they believe in Bobby Lashley anymore.
They don't.
No. So then why pay the man?
They don't.
Let them go elsewhere where they can write a story worth watching. I've got a problem with this, and I got a problem with Omos. I got a real problem.
He shouldn't be there, period. But you know what? It is what it is.
Yep.
But it isn't what it is. I can't buy that.
It ain't what it is.
I can't buy that. I can't believe somebody backstage said, "No, that's the guy we want." I'm just not. I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying it, and it clearly shows. Like, granted, he got MVP now, but at the same time, like, so now he has a talking piece. But so Bobby doesn't need anybody now more. He doesn't have the.
Bobby never needed a mouthpiece.
Not saying he did, but in some ways he did. MVP could talk his fucking ass off.
Yeah, and Bobby can't.
Yeah,
Bobby does the same
can't talk
spiel.
his ass off. Bobby freaking stutters a lot, and that's his issue. Once he corrects that, he will be fine.
Listen, everybody needs a Paul Heyman, but not everybody's. Yeah, everybody needs a Paul Heyman, but not everybody's Paul Heyman. Everybody's just their own. MVP is not Paul Heyman, but he is MVP. He made a name for himself.
Yeah, he's good on the mic.
Bobby goes out and just does the work because that's what he is. He doesn't talk. He does talk, but he doesn't talk like the way Brock Lesnar had grown into talking, which in the last couple of weeks, I like Brock talking more now than anything else.
Because he's grown into the talking. He was the worst.
Exactly. He could talk his ass off.
If Brock could do it, Bobby could do it. You know what I'm saying?
Bobby can do it, but at the same time, is there the crowd support? Is anybody buying?
They also have been building. Yeah, they've been building him as a face too for the past few months.
But nobody's buying Bobby Lashley as this devastating guy. Brock Lesnar can lose 6 matches in a row and then come back into a program and still convince you that he's going to win.
Agree.
I don't get that with Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
I just feel like he's set up to lose. He's a significant tackle dummy for whoever Vince wants to beat him.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that because what an athlete that guy is.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, let's face it, at this point in his career, we've kind of seen what Bobby Lashley has to offer. This Brock Lesnar thing is the exception that proves the rule.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he's come out and he's having a blast with this because I don't think he gives a shit anymore.
No, he doesn't.
He's letting it fly. But Bobby Lashley, I think, still thinks he's got 5, maybe 7 years left in wrestling. I don't think he's going to get any better on the microphone.
Yeah. Moving on.
I don't know. Moving on.
What's the next one? Was it Sasha and Naomi?
It was the Knoxville.
You are ready for that match.
Knoxville. It's the Knoxville versus Zayn match. Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn.
It's a comedy match. Okay, it was fun. I'm moving on.
No, we gotta give this time.
Jesus.
No, we don't. And I enjoyed it, but we don't.
I enjoyed this a lot. Like, I don't know why. It was, yes. Was it the most technical match? No. Was it the match of the night? No. It was fun. It was just seeing the comedy. Wee Man coming out. Chris Pawnee is coming out as Party Man.
He ain't so wee. Dude, what happened to him?
He working out.
No, homeboy needs to like lay off the carbs. He is
Yeah, he
really
got
leaning into the.
Oh,
He got
man, yeah. Well.
chunky, man. I enjoyed Johnny Knoxville's tornado DDT.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I like the mouse trap. I like the slap, the hand slap.
Yeah,
It was innovative. It was an innovative pin.
it was fun.
It was Mae Young and Mark Henry's love child,
Oh my
all
god!
grown up.
Wow.
Oh my god!
Throwback.
I remember that. I remember that episode for one reason, and that was because it made an audible when it came out.
Now I'm gonna have that in my mind for the next few days. Thank you.
That's good.
I think Mark Henry had tweeted that too. He was like, "Shout out to my son" or something like that.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah,
Awesome. I love Mark Henry.
Yeah,
Same.
me too. All right.
I just opened up Twitter.
All right, now you can go to your match.
Sasha, Naomi versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan and Carmella and Queen Zelina.
And Natalia and Shayna Baszler. And Natalia and Shayna Baszler were like not even in that match much, right?
Yeah, they were.
But there's three things I need to say.
Okay.
This entrance, Sasha Banks in that Lambo.
You loved it? I think it was too much of a delay, right?
It's been done.
I just loved it for her. And then also Liv and Rhea, their outfits.
Yeah. Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin, what are you talking about?
Wait, they were in Batman and Robin. They were like,
yeah, they were Batman and
Robin. They were S&M.
Yeah, Batman.
Yeah, that was S&M. That was not Batman and Robin.
Yeah, she came out with the ears and everything. Oh, Batman and Catwoman. Sorry,
that was Slapman and Throbbing.
I thought the match was
decent.
It was better than I expected.
It was decent.
I was expecting chaos, and I was saying that on the group chat all night, that I thought it was going to be a cluster. And again, happy to be wrong. I thought it was well orchestrated.
Yep.
I thought everybody got their time in the ring. I would have liked to have seen a little more Sasha. I feel like she was kind of downplayed in this one. And I think Rhea got a lot of. I like Rhea Ripley. I think she's good. Liv Morgan, I can give or take.
That's the one thing about Rhea Ripley. Like, I like Rhea Ripley.
She doesn't need to be in the tag team title picture.
I want Rhea.
That's what I'm trying to say right there. There you go. Thank you.
That whole division is just a bunch of people they don't know what to do with.
Like, Rhea and Bianca is a match right there.
Yeah.
That is a match.
Hands down.
Best friends, now rivals. Yeah, you know. Shayna honestly would, because if you remember NXT when Shayna versus Bianca, I think that was a great match in NXT.
Oh, I was there. Shit.
Yeah. Yes, you were.
The one in Phoenix, yeah.
Yes. That was a great match they had.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good.
Shayna's fantastic. I loved when they had her build as a freaking monster of the division, and then she took out every single person in the elimination
and she still
chamber.
is, though. She still is a monster. Like, there was no push for her after her quote unquote breakup with Nia, right? There was no push for her after there. And it was like, it should have been.
They stuck her in another tag team.
Right. There should have been a bigger push. No, they stuck her with Sonya Deville.
I feel like she doesn't have a character.
She does. They just Vince doesn't like
not anymore.
I think she's got a personality. I don't think she's got a character. I think they're two different things. I like her. And
I like her too.
Really talented. I don't know if they have a defined character with a story arc for her. She's kind of just this badass that shows up and does her thing. But lately, it seems like she's never on the winning end of anything.
No.
So I don't know. They're kind of at a crossroads with her, and it's weird.
They should just book her with Ronda, really.
Yep.
And do an MMA thing. I think that would be cool.
Well, one, they're actually really friends, right?
Okay.
Two, because they're friends in real life. Two, the fact about it is that they also train together. That's another thing. Three, it makes it better. Like they don't have to go for the women's tag team. That's not what I'm trying to say. But it makes it easier for Ronda to have somebody in her corner, right? If something goes awry, like you know what I mean. Like if Ronda was being a heel, definitely get Shayna in her corner and then go for the title.
All right, but I don't want to see Shayna as a side piece. I don't see that as benefiting her character at all.
Right.
I think there's enough room in that division, even if they put her in a tag team division. My biggest problem with the women's tag team division is that they don't have names. It's just two people that are put together for no reason. There's no identity as a tag team. There's no gimmick as a tag team, and I think they suffered for it.
And when the ones who are tag teams, they break them up anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, when was the last time you saw a tag team, with like a name?
NXT.
And I don't think they're carrying it, and I think it came across
with an actual women's tag team.
And I wish they were better. I like them.
Even the Riot Squad was a tag team.
Yeah, they were good.
Yep.
The Iconics I never liked.
I'm still shocked that they didn't give Riot Squad the championship at Mania last year.
No, they didn't.
They should have won. They should have won the tag titles at least once.
Twice a little bit, yeah. Especially when Ruby came back.
When it was Ruby and Liv, they should have won the titles then.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna move on because
what happened to Chris?
Bathroom probably.
What's
really?
After? Oh, y'all like me. I actually really like this match a lot. Edge and AJ.
I did too.
I
there's some people who didn't like it. I can't
complain, but I want to.
There's some people who didn't like this match. I liked it a lot.
I liked it.
It was a great match.
Did y'all see what happened with AJ, who ran into the sign, and that's how he bled?
Yep.
Yes. He busted his head open with the sign, with the entrance.
It's like, that's what you get from thinking.
I'll see if I can pull that up, actually.
The Brood.
The Brood.
Oh, look at you.
And another thing is that I love Edge's theme song now. I thought I was gonna miss Metalingus, but I love this.
It's the same band. Alter Bridge has written all his stuff. You know what? A fun fact about Alter Bridge: they're 4/5 of Creed.
Oh, really?
Some of the worst rock songs ever. They changed the singer. I'm sorry, if you like Creed, you're on the wrong.
Oh no! I'm laughing because
honestly, Creed. I mean, that voice overtook any musical ability. They're writing so much good stuff.
I like a little bit of Creed, just a little bit. Oh,
I'm trying to think of a Creed song. I'm trying to think of one Creed song I like. I don't think I like one Creed song.
Complete side note, I actually looked up market days, but I'm doing this on my work computer, and now I have a meeting with human resources tomorrow.
Yeah. So Gable Stevenson was at market days.
But you definitely don't want to see me there. That's for sure.
I mean, if you feel like getting dressed up, sure.
No, that's the problem, is that I won't be wearing enough. You'll want to cover me in a tarp.
Nah.
All good, though. I'm glad you had your fun, man. And Gable Stevenson was there. Good for him. Awesome. Looks like a fun time. Big event. Mm-hmm. Take over half the city.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
That's pretty crazy.
They have the biggest pride, too. Chicago has one of the biggest prides.
But do you know who's not playing market days? Creed. Honestly, I think Edge has got a good vibe with this band, and they're playing some pretty heavy stuff. It matches the entrance was pretty Undertaker-ish, and that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what are we watching here?
The AJ.
He's going to bang his head.
Oof.
That's where it was.
I thought he pulled the Goldberg.
Oh
Well,
God.
that's what I thought he did too. I thought he was like hype himself up. Like I was like, dang.
Slap
But
himself. Someone was saying it was pyro, but it wasn't pyro. It was literally him walking out, and he just smacks his head right into it, right there,
Because he needs to
and he
cut
cut
that
his
fuck,
cheek open.
cut his mom hair off. Jesus.
He cut his cheek open by doing that.
His mom hair.
Cut his mom hair off, like for real.
Insane.
Anyway, all right. So we liked that match, apparently.
I thought it was slow. For them,
it was
slow.
a slow build up, yeah, and then for the end to just happen the way it happened.
It was slow.
I feel like AJ actually had a concussion from hitting his head. He didn't seem quite right. He pulled his moves off. There was none of that, but he never seemed quite into the match. And I feel like that intensity in his face is half the character. And it just wasn't there for me. But I think Edge, this was all just a build to getting Damian Priest to come out.
Yeah.
Which really should have been the Raw after.
Yeah. Yep.
Just a thought.
No. Your thought is actually on point. Just saying.
See,
all right.
So with that, we would have had the match with Finn versus Damian. Damian would have lost on the biggest stage of them all.
Mhm.
At that point, you would have had Edge come out to be like, you got to control that. And that's when he talks him down from like ripping up, the side of the ring or whatever the case may be. And then that's when you would have seen him come out later on in that match. That would have made sense. Yep. And then had the whole interview that he had with him on Monday.
Yep.
Perfect soul.
I want to change the name of the show to Retro Booking with Chris. Because it's spot on, dude. You nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
You're gonna start taking Ruben's job. And if you do, take fucking Sean Hayes' job, and it's trash ass fucking. Oh God.
That would at least that would have made more sense to the whole situation,
right?
Because just Damian Priest coming out at the end and not having that match with Finn, you're like, why is he even there? What did he come out for? Yes,
I'll say this though,
in black, but he's always dressed in black. So what's the point?
I'll say this: I like this for Damian Priest.
Yeah.
I think Damian Priest has got this awesome look, and then he's got a mystique about him. But I don't think there's a character developed yet. This is going to get him there.
Yep.
Kind of like Edge and Christian needed the Brood to kind of elevate them to become the Christian and Edge that, the 10 seconds of flash photography or whatever it was. I think that this is, to me, what's going to elevate him to the next level. And I mean, what better wagon to hitch on than Edge?
And to give him big heel energy. He's going to have that Edge heel energy when Edge leaves.
Yeah. All right. Next match. I think it's the last match, right?
No.
Oh, Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory, and
I love that we're skipping the New Day and Sheamus and Rich. I love it.
Wasn't a match. Wasn't a match.
It wasn't a match. I'm skipping that shit.
It's an insult to everybody involved and a horrible end for the New Day.
Yeah.
Big E or no Big E, that was a horrible way to close out the brand of the New Day.
What happened?
Chris is muted.
I give them a 5. And I give that a 5 because of what they did for Big E. I get that. But the match was fucking terrible. I don't know what they got going.
5 out of 10?
I don't know what they're doing. Well, I mean, just 5 as in the gear for New Day. That's it. Not for the match.
Oh, for the New Day.
Not for the match. The match was a 0.
No, I thought you were talking about the Irish guys, like
No. I had
Daniel
no idea.
Day-Lewis and the gangs in New York.
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing with Pete Dunne. Butch. I don't know what they're doing with him. I don't know why he just became like a feral dog at the very end.
Why did he? My problem is, why did he agree to that?
Scrappy Doo agreed to that because Vince McMahon signs his paychecks. Period. The end.
I wouldn't agree to it.
And do what? Be the guy who disagreed with Vince McMahon?
Leave. Fuck that.
You can't leave. Ask Ricochet.
Ask Ali.
Ask Finn Balor.
Oh shit, Ali hasn't left yet either.
Pete Dunne will be Butch till the day is long. I think he likes the opportunity. This whole turn of the century Irish guy thing, come on. I'm half Irish. I'm insulted. And I don't get insulted. I'm triggered.
And Sheamus full Irish. I don't know. Take it up with him.
Sheamus was U2's bodyguard, and he had some great runs. But he come out with that hat and the suspenders and the pants with no belt loops. Get out of here. Stop it.
All right. So anyway, going past this.
That was the Cody Rhodes of fashion.
God damn. Oh my God. All right. So Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. It's a solid 3 out for me out of 5.
3 and a half.
You know what? Fuck that. I'm giving Pat a 4. I'm giving it a 4. Only because
he gets a 5 for the meme he did drinking the beer laying flat on his back. He gets a 5 for that.
That was great. When the camera panned over to him and he was on the floor just
the man just became a meme forever. Every Monday morning somebody's got a meme of Pat McAfee drinking that beer.
I just find that wonderful. That's gonna be
what happened?
I'll give a 5 because of everything from beginning to the end. It was a 5. The match itself, well, the Pat McAfee versus the Austin Theory match, I give it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, there's a solid 3 out of 5. The Pat, it was really good.
But
I like Pat jumping up on the top rope though. I was like, "Ooh, shit!"
But you can honestly tell Pat McAfee is a true wrestling fan because the way that he committed to these moves, he committed to the storyline. That's why I give Pat McAfee's performance a 5. And then also, even still with the so-called match that he had with Vince McMahon, I still give him a 5 on that because he actually told a story. And when they came, we'll talk about the stunners later, but he took that stunner, the best out of the 3 that was doing the stunts.
Well, we're not counting Vince's. Sorry.
Okay, so he was the best out of the 2. So yeah,
agreed. I think Theory oversold it. He's a comedy act at this point, so he gets that. I gotta say this much, and I'm overthinking things. It's what I do, but I gotta say I don't think this did Austin Theory any favors. No, I actually want to pull a Chris right now and rebook this. and he went black on me just as there's nothing on his screen now. What really? You that afraid?
Yeah, I guess it happened.
I want to rebook it. I think because Vince was pissed at Austin the whole match. So I think Vince gets in the ring with Austin Theory, and then Stone Cold's glass breaks. He comes out, and then both of them stunner Austin Theory, automatically making him his own entity, and he can come back and fight from that. McAfee, I don't know if this did Austin Theory any favors whatsoever.
No, it didn't.
I still love the guy.
I think Vince does see a future with him, but at the same time, right now, it's like I don't see anything from this point besides him fighting Finn Balor for the fucking United States Championship.
And give him the belt, and you know what? Have a character that brings that belt up to another level, and makes us give a shit about those matches. I think that would be great.
But I think I want to see a long drawn. I think I want to see it long drawn out though, right? I don't want to see it. I don't want to see a quick. Oh, let's give him the belt type thing. I want to see like Austin Theory be dragged out. Like
make him chase it.
Yeah, make him chase it. And
but I think build depth of character along the way.
But that's the thing too with Austin Theory, as we saw with Pat McAfee, him chasing, like going at Pat McAfee week after week after week. I think Austin Theory chasing after Finn Balor would be great, right? Just in the light of just trying to get to the title.
He's been doing that though, and he's been defeating Finn Balor. in tag team matches, in singles matches, and they haven't given him the title match yet
because he hasn't really beaten him in a singles match. They haven't really had that single match yet.
He's still getting put out by the A-Town Down.
Yeah, well,
several times.
I want to see Austin Theory get a little more serious and cut ties with Vince McMahon and be his own character. Now, Vince McMahon, that's the ultimate rub, right? Where you literally have a storyline where Vince McMahon.
That was the worst stunner in the history of stunners.
He had to pull him off the ropes and say, seriously, just fall down.
Even
Mae Young took a better stunner than that.
You know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy? Like when Vince took off his Vince usually takes off his whole shirt. Now he don't take it off. He got that wife beat on now.
Okay, he's on the wrong side of 80.
And trust and believe. Remember how big his arms were?
He still had cuts though.
Remember how big his arms were? Those shits got deflated ever since he stopped taking, testosterone.
Are you actually questioning Vince McMahon's physique at 76 years old?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm just saying that we see his testosterone levels is low after all that shit.
I would trade in my 46-year-old body for Vince McMahon's 76-year-old body immediately.
Really?
Immediately.
Wow. He's still jacked, yo. He's not.
Yeah,
he's not ripped or nothing like that. He's not. It's all flabby, but he's there.
Yeah, it's there.
I've got veins in my third chin. That's about it. I have no idea why anybody would question Vince McMahon's physique.
Jesus,
I took a selfie the other day laying on my couch and I look like a thumb.
Oh shit!
We don't talk bad. We uplift here. We don't talk bad unless it's
I know, I'm just beating you to it. You're all thinking
it. Oh my god. All right, so let's go to the last match. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Unification match. Which, by the way, I thought they were going to have the new title, but they didn't. I thought they were going to have it on Monday. They didn't. I hope they do it on Friday. But anyway. All right.
They might have it Friday. I think we might see it Friday if they do. Right. But I think they're gonna rock the 2 championships for a bit.
Yeah.
Not with that hurt arm.
They're definitely rocking it. Well, you saw he wasn't when he came out yesterday, he wasn't wearing both titles. The Usos were carrying the titles.
Yeah, and Paul Heyman was carrying them too. So yeah. So what did we think about that last match? The biggest match of all time, as they like to promote it.
It was a good match.
Fucking underwhelming. Period.
It was okay. I mean, I'd probably
give it all finishers.
I give it a 2.5 out of 5.
It was SmackDown 97. That's what it was. It was SmackDown from 2000 where you had a whole bunch of finishers. Unlimited finishers.
We've seen it before with these two. We have seen it before. We've seen this at WrestleMania 34.
You were there.
Had them out. When Roman kicked out of 7 F5s?
Oh, was it 7? I know it was like 6.
So 7 F5s. We've seen it in WrestleMania 31 when they had their match. We've seen it before with these two when it's literally like finisher. I really wish they actually had like a legit just slugfest.
Thank you. And it made no sense for Brock Lesnar to take off those gloves and not punch him and make him bleed, not once. So mean.
What is that?
It's a dislocated arm.
Oh shit! I do feel bad. I think that's what killed the match is the Roman injury. Unfortunately,
his arm turned white towards the end of that.
Yeah,
he did.
I didn't see it until the replay. I was actually questioning it. I wasn't sure who got hurt.
It was a bright red in the beginning, and then when you saw the arm get extended and you saw that his shoulder was out,
well, they had that really awkward
the whole forearm
exchange.
turned white, and then he's like, "It was out, it's out, it's out."
And Heyman's like, "Oh, my tribal chief, and you could tell Roman's like, "Dude, jump out of character. I'm hurting here.
Yeah,
like we got to take this home." And so you actually watched during the pin. He you saw Brock's arm come up, and Roman put it back to the mat. He grabbed his wrist and put it back on the mat, and he said, "Yeah, you're not kicking out. We're done. We're done." But after all the build up, all this, all that. Now, don't get me wrong. You get hurt, you get hurt, and that's kind of on Brock if he was indeed responsible for making that happen.
I mean, he was in a Kimura. I mean,
but again, there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. This is professional wrestling. He needed to put it the hold on without gripping, and I think Brock maybe lost sight of that. He hurt him. I don't think there's any bad blood. I think it was in the heat of battle.
I agree.
But I think it killed the match. I mean, after all the hype.
Mm-hmm.
But even leading up to that, it was finisher after finisher after finisher. They just kept kicking out of each other's finishers.
Yeah.
All that does is diminish the value of the finisher. I don't feel that any one of them is a better performer and any one of them is a bigger threat.
Yep.
After that.
I would have loved to see Brock Lesnar get in because he never got in the that chokehold that Roman uses. He never got in the chokehold. I was hoping to see that. We never got to see Roman put that chokehold on Brock.
Maybe that was supposed to happen, but they had to finish it because
it hit 12. It hit 12 Saturday night. It didn't hit 12.
It ended at 11:45.
11:45, and that's with celebration.
Yeah, it ended at 11:45.
They we had more matches on Sunday than Saturday.
Yeah.
It ended at 11. Yeah, and that was a picture that was inside. He that face. He's actually hurting.
He's grimacing in pain right now.
Yeah, he is. So that match should have been way better.
It should have been longer.
I still gave it a 3. I thought
2.
It was a 3. It deserved that.
It's a 2.
It was before the injury. I thought it was I thought it was going somewhere. I thought it was really good.
If I got a 2-month build up, I'm talking to Brock Lesnar backstage and saying, "Hey, show me some of your mat wrestling. Let's see if we can start doing this. Let's surprise the crowd with something different than we've seen."
Thank you.
And he took off the gloves, he took off the gloves, right?
Well, that would have happened later. He was going to pound him later, but obviously it ended early.
But my thing is that the fact that you took off the gloves early in the match, like the beginning of the match, before the match even started, took off the gloves. Okay, so I'm thinking you're going to make this dude bleed. You saying you out for fucking blood. I think you're going to go at him, make him bleed like you made Randy Orton bleed. Make him bleed like you made John Cena bleed.
We still. I'm pretty sure we lost about 15 minutes of that match.
I'm saying, like you say you out for blood. Okay, Randy Orton, John Cena, a lot of these other different wrestlers have bled from Brock Lesnar taking off his gloves. Roman did not get one splat of blood on him.
Well, because he couldn't lift his left arm. I mean, you can't really be.
We lost at least 15 minutes of that match.
I'm talking
Chris,
about
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I think most of that match was lost.
That match should have ended at 11:55 and then afterwards that 5-minute celebration. Because the match ended at 11:40.
It was bad.
There was so much more to that match, and because of his arm, they ended it quickly. That was an abrupt ending.
Oh my god! It's like school though, incomplete. Not a bad grade, incomplete.
Okay, yeah, it was incomplete.
Well, how about this one? This is a surprise. No announcer table was destroyed at all in WrestleMania.
Thank God. It's a terrible spot.
Also, no overseas announcers were presented.
Yes.
Oh wow! I didn't even think about that.
What was that?
No Spanish announce table, no Russian. Obviously, we're not doing the Russian announce table.
Oh, yeah.
but there was no Chinese announce table. There's none of that. They took world affairs right out of it.
Yeah.
Those people were there, but they were not on camera.
Yep.
Wow.
You know, we didn't get the chance to see Funaki. I love seeing Funaki.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, they're all gone. All gone.
Yep. There was none of that. There was no panel at the end of WrestleMania.
I don't think they do panels after the shows anymore. I know they do it before.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we forgot one moment. Trips coming out the beginning of WrestleMania.
Oh Jesus. I was
I
gonna
was
say
in
that for
literal
the end,
tears,
Quentin.
man.
I was gonna say that for the end because I was gonna do that in Undertaker.
Well,
But anyway, we're here anyway. Fuck it. It's towards the
Technically.
end. We gotta get off this shit.
I
The boots,
really just thought about it. I was like,
the boots in the middle of the ring. I literally wish I was in the fucking crowd front row, and I wish I was reaching out for Triple H and just wanting to give him a hug. That I wish I was there, just crying because I know if I was there, I mean I was home doing it, but if I was there, it probably would affect me way more. I probably would have been ringside, bawling my fucking tears out, probably next to Kevin Owens.
There was a lot of people there,
like next to Kevin Owens' fucking family right there because they were right there front row. I would have been bawling my eyes out.
I wanted a speech, but I don't think he was capable of giving it.
No. Especially after this.
Not.
After this, no.
Yeah, no. Because even on ESPN, he was like choked up. He couldn't get it out.
I mean, one of your best friends die. One of your best friends die, and you retire officially. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Biggest pill to swallow in that industry. To know that you can't fight anymore.
But a class act to the end. Hopefully, it's not the last time we see him on camera. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I think we'll still see him around.
Undertaker, I'll tell you this. I wouldn't have done it night one. I know they wanted to do it for the live crowd twice, but I wouldn't have done it twice for WrestleMania. Maybe you do it off camera and then have him do it on night two.
Yeah.
I thought it was. It seemed redundant and weird on night two, having seen it on night one. Don't get me wrong; it doesn't do anything to diminish the legacy, but it was weird watching it.
And did you notice that they didn't bring back all the other Hall of Famers for night two?
They didn't show the picture of them.
Nope.
I would have brought him out as a different Undertaker character. Like you got the right. That's what I was thinking. I would have played the Kid Rock theme, had him come out on the bike. You know, what I'm saying, do a little round off. You know,
and that's night one.
Give us, you know,
that's
what I'm saying,
night one. Yeah, and then night two you do classic Taker.
Yeah,
I think the problem is he said never say never and took his hat and his jacket.
Nope, no mas.
Yeah, no, he's done. His hips are dust.
Yeah.
He didn't look good traversing the stage.
It really is.
It's just
reality. Funny though? Him and Stone Cold are the same age.
57.
57.
Oh wow!
But Stone Cold doesn't even look that old.
No, he don't.
Stone Cold put a ring in his ranch. He built a ring last year in preparation for this moment, even though the match took place almost entirely out of it.
Yeah.
But I give him credit. He was taking bumps on his own time.
He took a suplex to the concrete, right?
Took a couple of suplexes to the concrete. Wasn't just one.
Well, he couldn't take just one. Johnny Knoxville took one.
Yeah. Even he suplexed and did a couple things, right?
He did it. He did like twin suplexes on the stage.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I was drinking Broken Skull right now. I really do.
Where can you find it?
Oh no, up here it's everywhere.
You gotta go to like a specialist
really?
store. Yeah, around here IPAs aren't crazy out here. So like I went to this store called Buy Right. They have them there because they have like all different types of like local breweries and all the fancy schmancy ones that you can only get online or whatever the case may be. They have them there. So that's how I was able to get to the Broken Skull.
I gotta tell you, it's my go-to. It's my ride or die. I love IPAs, but this is a non-pretentious IPA. It's just a great, straight up good beer, and it hits you in the back of the throat. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of IPAs. So I mean, it was an acquired taste for me. It wasn't bad, but yeah, just not for
Next
me.
time you come to my house, Chris, you're gonna have to learn because that's all I serve.
I know. I saw your wall.
And next time we go to your house, Brad, I'll make sure Chris actually talks.
Next time you come to my house, you're all bringing the food.
We got food next time. We got food next time. You're right.
Don't make that face. You know you did it.
You're right.
You want me to bring food?
We got food next time. They got
all
food
the
last
food.
time.
I got you.
No, you guys are coming up for Comic-Con this year. We're gonna have a table again, so we're ready.
Oh,
you
got
we got the table.
Let's go.
So, by the way, when you come, whether you get a table or you come as guests, you just leave your stuff there. We got you.
Awesome.
And then we're gonna record all weekend.
Nice.
Fuck it, we're there.
Live microphones. Clinton, you're coming.
Started to tell you.
I'll definitely come to Comic-Con this year. 100%.
Oh no, it's Rhode Island Comic-Con.
Oh, Rhode Island Comic-Con. Okay,
It's fun. You'll like it.
When is Rhode Island Comic-Con?
November. Is
The
it
first weekend in November, right after Halloween.
It's
Okay.
it's 4th through the 7th usually.
Yep. Friday through Sunday. Come up here. Honestly, these guys are going to be coming. Come down. We're going to record in my garage again for our show. We'll do stuff for your shows. And then when you're at the show, actual Comic-Con, you come down, hang out with us, and leave your stuff there. And we have live mics all weekend long.
Brad, if anything, if there's something wrestling going on, we could just do Bros at Ringside up there.
Yeah, I'm there. I've got all the portable recorders. We can do anything you guys want to do.
Actually, we can do Bros at Ringside and have like Craig in there. 'Cause I know Craig and you.
Wait, you're Craig or mine?
Both.
Both.
I'm not bringing Mike.
Be both. Just never ask the question. Just say both.
I'm pretty sure Mike Craig asked if the Ultimate Warrior still wrestled or did he retire, and I'm like, oh, he retired.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh my god. He retired from life.
Yeah, for life.
Damn. Clayton, just to catch you up, we have a Craig on our show too, and I had to convince him the other day that an autobiography wasn't a story about cars. I'm kidding, obviously.
Lord.
By the way, I may use that joke on our show this week, so pretend to laugh again.
Oh yes.
Go for it. Go for it.
Maybe I should not make a clip of this then.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Just to catch you up.
All right, no clip then. Since you want to use it again. All right, guys.
So you guys wrap it up because you guys watched Raw the next night. I don't think we can get into all of that.
It was
tie it up.
Okay,
it was
so
mediocre. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm sad.
I'll say something real quick. For WrestleMania after Raw, underwhelming and just trash. Like it was still in Dallas. It would have been nice to have. I mean, Stone Cold would have just came out of the sun. Nothing. You know, Kevin Owens was out there talking shit, and then Ezekiel walked out, who was supposed to be fucking Elias's brother.
So I opened up Twitter, right? And the first tweet that pops up for me is Elias's page, right? And it says, I am Elias. And now the name has been changed to Ezekiel. And then it says Elias's younger brother. And then it's him. He says, hey guys, since Elias is gone, I'll be taking over his Twitter, his younger brother, Ezekiel.
He looks weird without a fucking beard. Fucking weird. Ugh.
Terrible. I'm not going to say what I'm thinking about his look.
No, fuck that shit. Say what you're thinking.
He looks like a pedophile.
Okay, maybe not.
Hey, listen, whose fault is it really? You told me to say it.
Yeah, true.
He looks like LA Knight. Where are they now?
You know what? I've got.
Oh my god,
that's good. That's good. I've got serious Mizdow vibes, and I'm not liking it because I know what they did.
Yeah, Mizdow.
I love Damian Sandow. or whatever name he's going by now. I thought he was so underrated.
Yep.
Mizdow was one of the best characters ever.
And then when he
Funny.
went to Impact, he became a gay character.
But he also became a powerful character.
Yes.
True, he was.
And then he went to NWA and he was still doing the powerful character, but you watched him drop in stature. This is a guy who did nothing but what was asked of him. And he did it with a smile and he did it way above. Way above. Yeah, my point is made. Thank you for showing the picture.
He does look like a pedophile.
I said it last night. It looks like somebody tried to create Ron Jeremy in the W2K22.
Oh,
but he's not hairy enough to be Ron Jeremy.
Well, he used to be.
True.
He used to be.
Ron Jeremy was muscular.
Chest hair is back in WWE
everywhere.
Except for this.
Ain't Ron Jeremy in jail though?
Ron Jeremy should be. He's not. But
he is.
Well, actually, he's being held, but he hasn't been convicted of much of it. There's like 200 counts of assault against him. Could you imagine?
Porn? How is that possible?
Could you imagine being in pornography and not getting enough? I don't understand that. But the guy's obviously sick in the head, and I hope he goes to jail for the rest of his whatever days, weeks, months are left in his filthy life.
I agree.
Oh my God. Yo, hold up. I gotta show this. This is terrible. Real quick.
Oh, good. We're going here now, huh?
Yeah, we're doing it.
I'm never invited back. Look, in my picture, even Heyman's like offended by it.
We're doing this. Hold up. Let me do it right. My bad. Wrong one.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, sorry. There we go. That's Ron Jeremy.
That can't be Ron.
Wait,
Jeremy.
what?
That's Ron Jeremy.
Oh yeah, because he didn't have a chance to dye his hair.
That's Ron Jeremy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. This was March 17th, 2022. Yeah. The jail porn star will go undergo psychiatric
Holy shit.
evaluation determined yeah.
So I think the lesson here is Ezekiel.
he looked like he attacked 9/11.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Oh
you get applause from this guy. That's a great joke.
Because that's your humor.
Yeah, it is. That's spot on. That's
Brad,
right.
you can use that.
That's right. You went from roundhouse to our wheelhouse right away.
I mean, look at him. He look like the.
Well, they don't sell hair dye. You can't trade cigarettes for hair dye in prison.
All right, let's end this shit.
Wrap this thing up.
All right, Ron Jeremy. Jesus Christ, I used to have a crush on him.
No, anyway. You did not.
Jesus, yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Wrap it up, bro.
Okay.
Wrap this thing up.
All right. All right. Thank you to everyone that tuned.
This is a bad way to end it. I'm sorry.
True.
Very
bad way.
Oh my God. I feel like this show needs to come with an Amber Alert now. What the hell, dude?
That's a bad way to end the show. All right. Let's just think about Triple H putting down the boots. That was just a sad moment. Thank you. You know what? Let's go out with just saying goodbye to Undertaker, Big E, Rick Booze, Scott Hall. You know, just thank you guys for all you did. I know Rick Booze, it's going to be a while before he come back. But anyway, thank you to Big E.
He's a year out. He's a year
out. It's going to be a while.
And honestly, I'm not ready to close the book on Big E.
Yeah, Big E still got time.
Yeah.
I'm not ready yet. Not ready yet.
I mean, it took Daniel Bryan 9 years and took Edge how many years? Yeah.
All right, but did you guys see what I said the other night? Every time Edge landed on his neck, I cringed, but he took it.
Yeah.
So I you know what? I'm giving it up for modern medicine. Big E got lucky.
I'll hold out for Big E.
Thank you.
But we do have to say goodbye to Scott Hall. Triple H, thank you so much for all you've done for over 2 decades, 3 decades. Undertaker's 3 decades or more than 3.
Yeah, 3 decades. Yeah, 30 years.
Decades. thank you guys so much for all you've done. You're all my favorites. And you know what? Just hope the road is paid real light for you guys and whatever your future endeavors are. So,
don't future endeavor them. Don't future endeavor them.
Is that a bad word now?
Yes, future endeavor is
now.
always bad for WWE.
You know what? Fuck you, John Laurinaitis.
And honestly, Roundhouse, you know what's another bad word? Roads.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Bros at Ringside, WrestleMania review and Raw review and leading up to it. We will be back tomorrow. We're bringing to True Story Bro. I was about to say bring it to the table. Goddamn, too many podcasts. Next thing I'm gonna say, needless to say, because I'm on not even on that, but I'm on that too. But
definitely check out that show.
Definitely check out that show.
Yes.
Check out Needless to Say. Check out Bring It to the Table, and check out us tomorrow for Bros at fuck. I'm tired.
Good night.
True Story Bro. Thanks for checking us for True Story Bro tomorrow. And thank you, Clinton. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Hulk Hogan.
Yes, Hulk Hogan signing out.
All right. Thank you, signing out. See you guys. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys.